Morning. So this is the last day of 2019. So I am Jason Geiman here with PressureWashHelp.com, and today I am going to be doing a live of what I have in my courses and what you get. And right now there's actually a special going on, and I'll tell you about that special at the end of it. But if this is another day after, I will come back to you. At the end of this, if I have any questions, let me know, and I'll answer any questions after the fact. So the very first thing is why should I start a pressure washing business? Can I be successful starting a pressure washing business? Is a great question, because when I started a pressure washing business, there was a long time ago, and it was it wasn't like it is now. So way back when, it looks like it was just, you had some big people in the place, but nobody really made a lot of money like they do now. Now there's people. Was there a few back in the day? Absolutely, there was a few back in the day where I could do, where we could get pressure washing, who could make the money and who couldn't. Michael Crisley was one of the first that, probably hit 250,000 before anybody else. But now, I've talked to people, and you are hitting 250,000 in your first year to 18 months, or even more than that. I got some buddies that have hit the 400 to 500,000, and they're within, the 2-year range, 3-year range. So it is very possible to make a lot of money on pressure washing. That's right, just pressure washing. I'm not, and that's not counting Christmas lights. You can make buku loads doing that kind of stuff, but just pressure washing, you can make an honest $100,000 in your pocket with only working 8 to 10 months out of the year. It's actually pretty awesome, and it's actually pretty crazy. So I am going to show you what I have in my membership. And the first thing is over here, this is what you will get into the pressure washing module that I have. I have just the information, the basics 101, what we need to do to get started into pressure washing, all that great stuff of, the basics, marketing and sales, quoting and scheduling, all the stuff that is one of those things that it is very easy to not be able to make that $100,000. If you don't know how to quote and schedule, you will never make it. If you are a $99 guy, you will never make it anywhere into the pressure washing market. If you don't know how to quote and schedule, this is probably the thing that will either make you or break you right here, is the whole quoting and scheduling. The next thing is I have the how-tos. This is where I kind of go through and how to do all the different things, equipment, building. The other great thing, this is what really gets you to make you $100,000 a year, is to be able to know how to do marketing. And honestly, I've got more information in my marketing than I do on the pressure washing, because I always tell people, and it is true, that if I can teach a monkey to pressure wash. I can't teach a monkey to get work. To get work is very hard. It is probably the toughest thing to do, is to get work. You got to remember that if you can't get work, you can't bid higher jobs. You can't even charge more, because if you can't get people there to look at you, you are done. So I go over websites, I go over Google My Business, and detail of everything we need to do in Google My Business. I go over how to set it up, how to do your photos, all that great information. I also teach in marketing, which is another great thing, is Google Ads. This is really how I grew my company to $1 million is through Google Ads and email. And I got a little bit of email stuff down below in the next one, but Google Ads, ads, Google extensions, Google positive keywords, your negative keywords, your location. I go through everything you need to know to be able to set up a successful campaign for pressure washing. You have a negative keyword list. It has over 400, or it actually has almost over 500 negative keywords. So that way we are not paying money for stupid clicks that we don't need. Because if we don't need those clicks, if somebody is searching for pressure washing hose, I don't want to come up number one. That's a bad click. If somebody's looking for a pressure washer, I don't want to come up number one for that because they're probably looking at buying that pressure washer. So that is very important. The next thing is our follow-up with customers. This is my follow-up series that I use for Cincinnati. This is the exact series that we use. So we have a follow-up series for they open but not scheduled, closed customers. So yes, that is correct. When a closed customer, we are going to send them emails all 3 years later, so that way they know that they can call us again if they need anything, and we're going to set that up, and so that way we can hammer down and go down that way. My scheduled emails, and I even spelled schedule wrong. I'll have to fix that, I see. But my scheduled emails, my declined emails. I have a friend that he uses Responsibid, and he doesn't have nothing in his declined email. And I'm like, dude, you're leaving money on the table. You are leaving money on the table. So, you say, well, what do you mean? Well, if somebody declines, they might have declined because they think you're too high. But 2 weeks later, they still haven't got it done because the $99 guy never showed up. Or the $99 guy never did anything. He never came back and said, hey, I want to do whatever. So, that is the reason why we want to decline customers. And here's the other reason why we're going to send a decline customer. What if next year we send them another email a year later? What if next year that they are in the process of, because they never got it done and they procrastinated. I don't know who would ever procrastinate, ask my wife, but about getting stuff done around the house. But again, that way that year later, they can go through and do that kind of stuff. So this here is gold right here. This is very important stuff is on the email on the back side of things. And so you say, so how do I get that? If you go to pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas, I'm going to actually extend it till tomorrow, so it'll go away on 1/1, and it'll be $2.99 for the whole year. And I will be adding stuff more and more to this the whole year. My plan is I want this to be able to go step by step to teach you everything you need. And I know I don't have it all in there right now. I mean, because I got a lot in there, and I wanted to get it up and get it going and everything. And this right here will make you $100,000. I'm going to add more nitty gritty things so that way we can make sure that it does it. Now, I see you all talking up here, and I'm going to get some questions because I like this. Because the $99 guy, let's talk about the $99 guy. How long does the $99 guy stay in business? Not very long. He may make it 1 year. A $99 guy will not make it. Guarantee a $99 guy will not make it. His equipment will break down. He will have breakdowns, all that kind of stuff. So a $99 guy will not make it. Guarantee it. Now, I won't say 100% guarantee it because there is a model that does work. There's a guy in North Carolina, somewhere south, that he's a $79 guy. And you know what he does? He goes in and he splash and dashes and get the heck out of there. And yes, he makes a lot of money because he has lots of crews and he has figured out how to do it fast, get in, get out, and he is shooting for the $79 guy. And so that is how that works. Is the $99 guy is one of those things that it is not going to work in the long run. And here's the other thing, guys. Don't worry about the $99 guy. The $99 guy is, first off, he's only going to get work for a couple reasons. First off, he's not going to be able to do no marketing, because when you're only $99, if you can't do marketing at $99. Can you do signs, word of mouth? Sure you can, but that's not going to make you grow. That's not going to make you be successful in the end. So with that, that will not make you successful long term down the road. So the $99 guy is, and everybody worries about the $99 guy. You know what? When I was in business and I owned it, I didn't worry about my competition. In fact, I looked at them very rarely that I'd look at my competition. And the only time I really looked at my competition is when I was looking at my AdWords and I was seeing who was in the game of playing AdWords. Because honestly, if you're in the game of playing AdWords, that means you're willing to spend money. And if you're willing to spend money, then there's a pretty doggone good chance that you are going to grow. And that's something that I can't help it. But you got to remember, people are going to know, they're going to find out about you, and they're not going to know, like, and trust, and they'll buy from you. So if you are, the other thing is probably the most important thing, and this is what the $99 guy won't be able to do because he's $99, is be able to answer the phone and keep that phone answered at all times. And what does that take? Well, eventually you're going to grow big enough. That's going to take that you have to have either a reception or you have to come off the truck. And that is the only way the $99 guy will make it in the end. And I had a guy around in this Florence area, Northern Kentucky area. He was throwing signs out all over. I mean, this dude was prolific about putting signs out. He was what I would tell people to do. He was putting out 25, I bet he was putting out 25 to 100 signs a week. And this was $1.69, big $1.69, any two-story house, $1.69, $1.69. But that's all he was doing was the signs. He's not somebody that's going to do AdWords and try to grow it that way, and he wasn't that type of person. So you know what? That's fine. We don't want that type of person. We want the person that is looking for pressure washing. We want the person that is searching on our phone saying, I want somebody to pressure wash my house because my husband will not pressure wash my house. And that is who we are looking for. So again, in my course, Jason Christmas here, if you type in pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas, that will take you there. So let's get on some questions because I see this thing has blown up. And let's see if this is going to work. Mr. Liberty Power Wash DJ is, I am up early and on early. I was wanting to try a different time. I have hello from Oakland, Mr. Cali Detail. Good morning, Jason. Good morning. Who's your daddy? From up in Indiana, I'm assuming. Jenna Jones. Good morning. Good morning. I'm watching your course right now. Awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. Looks like you just woke up. Well, I did wake up and I did take a shower. I just kind of, it's kind of cold out here in this garage. My heater is okay, but it's just one of those things. Mr. Weston, thanks for all your videos. It's helped me out a lot. Couldn't thank you enough. This is what I like right here. This is reason why I like doing what I do. Let me go back to this main screen here because that way I can get that off of there. This is why I do what I do right here is to help people to be successful. I try to help people to get out of that, that 9-to-5 job that they may not like and everything like that. So, I try to be, I've made it be successful and I want to be successful teaching people how to be successful. I've learned the do's and don'ts by trial and error. If I probably screwed it up, if it's been probably screwed up one way, I probably screwed it up that way also. So I try to teach so that way you do not screw things up. Where do you get your pressure washing hose and what kind? swivels. I like the super swivel, and I do have a link in the description. I believe I do of that swivel from Amazon. If you don't want to get it from there, you can buy me a cup of coffee. You can also buy it from any pressure washing store. And that you can get the cheaper ones, but the super swivel is really the better swivel of them all. They'll last longer than any of the other ones. The ones with the little E-clip on the end of it, I never had much luck with them. And actually, I have a video when on my commercial trucks, I actually don't even use the swivel. I just use a bulkhead where I can quick it in and then unhook it, and that way I get away from the swivel, because the swivels do go bad. We got good morning from Middle Tennessee. I love Tennessee. That's probably one of my favorite places. Nashville is. We also go to Pigeon Forge. We need to, this is, I think, the start of the $99 guy question. We need to raise prices and be on same playing ground and get rid of the $99 stuff. Here's the deal, though. You will never get rid of the $99 stuff, because people are coming from an $18 job and they think that because I can wash a house in an hour and make $99, I just made $100 an hour. And this person that was making $20 an hour thinks that is great money. I just made $100 in 1 hour. And that is great. But did you know you can make $300 in 1 hour? Now that's making good money. $300 an hour. Because what happens when your equipment breaks down? There goes $100. $100 is equipment, marketing, keeping your equipment running. So there goes $100. The next $100 goes to your gas, all that kind of stuff, your insurance, your mistakes you made, all that kind of stuff. And now you're left with $100. Now I got $100 in my pocket. Now that's what I'm talking about. When you start out at $100 and you go with, your equipment breaks down and all this other stuff, then that's when it is bad, because then you actually will make less money than you were making at the $20 an hour job. And if you want to work for $20 an hour, don't be your own boss and only make $20 an hour. Because if you're going to be your own boss and make $20 an hour, there's days you're not going to make no money an hour, because there's no money there to be made. So you got to make sure the $99 guy is, and I do teach that in my pressure washing course. pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas. Again, this is what I teach in there to keep away from that $99 guy. All right, so there's a Wilmington. All right, roof mix on asbestos siding or downstream straight SH and soap. It's nasty when I wash that stuff when the next big event you're going to be at. So on asbestos siding, I used to try to house wash that mix, just because, the last thing I want to do is disturb that in any which way. And a lot of, if it's asbestos, that means it's old as dirt anyway, and it probably needs to be painted in the first place because it's so old. They don't even use asbestos anything anymore. So if it's that old, it's probably not going to be good in the first place. When is the next big event going to be, and where am I going to be at? It is going to be in Atlanta and February 21st and 22nd. There will be some big speakers. It's a lot of YouTube people. It'll be me and Cody from Southeast, and it'll be Aaron from Mean and Lean, and it's going to be Sean Hodges, which he also builds equipment and stuff too. So that'll be who will be down there. I do commercial and focus on big repeat contracts and have zero marketing as of today, ramping up into more in 2020. And hey, this commercial is a great way to make a lot of money. I talked to one of the guys not too long ago, and this will set you apart. Now, here's the thing about commercial guys. Commercial is great money, but you know why we did house washing? Because house washing pays the bills and pays the guys. And what I mean by that is if you do a big week-long job, I do a big week-long job of from pressure washing this week. It might take me 30 to 60 days to get paid from that commercial job. And if you can sit on 30 to 60 days from that commercial job, more power to you, buddy. But you better have, and that's why the residential house washing pays the normal bills and keep us going all year long. Let's see. I think we wouldn't have the $99 guys if there were a little more careful about handing out free information telling what they could fool to start their own business. Here's the deal, dude. You ain't going to start somebody from doing it. You can think you're going to, not give that information out there. There's more information on YouTube. I mean, the one I'm not dogging him at all. The one dude, I mean, he is killing it on YouTube. He has figured out, and he has got people coming and watching him, and he does some of the stupidest thing and tells the stupidest things. But you know what? People are going to listen. Can he make money? Absolutely, he can. You can make money. This is a free world, dude. You can do what you want. It don't matter if you think you're going to keep all the $99 guys around out. It's not going to happen, because you know what? There's a lot of druggies people out there, and I'm not saying, I don't do drugs, but they just need a fix. And if they can make $100, they're going to do it. It don't matter. They're going to go take a pressure washer that they rent from Home Depot or they stole and use pressure to clean it. And there ain't nothing you can focus on that. Focus on one or two big tickets, not 50 trucks take every job. 50 Aim high at the gym. Let's see. Yo. I'm at the gym now listening to you while on the bench press machine. Man, I need some motivation for that, and that is something that I am pushing for in 2020, is to lose a little weight. I am a big guy. I'm 6'6", but I'm hit that number that I didn't want to hit, which is a little bit over 300 pounds. And that is not something, and so that is not something that I wanted to do, is hit that 300-pound mark. So guess what? I need to get back into working out, and I hate working out. Be little. I'm trying to hit $250,000 next year. That's a great goal. Now that you have that goal set, now what do you need to do monthly? And break that down in what do you need to do weekly, and then break that down into what do I need to do daily to make my $250,000 goal. Let me see here. I believe let's see. Mike G, I laugh when I see the $99 signs. I don't know how anyone can afford upkeep with the kinds of prices. It takes me at least 2 to 3 hours per house wash, so that ain't no money to be made. You're exactly right, Mike. If you don't have the right equipment, it's going to take you forever. And the best part of it is I've seen, actually DJ had one this past year, and they charged them a fortune to do a house wash, and they pressure washed it with pressure and destroyed that whole house. And they paid like $600 or $700 for this, and it took them 2 days, and they made like $50 an hour when you added it out. Now, did they have anything? No, not really. But it's one of those things but people pay it, and that's why you got to educate your customer. It's about educating your customer, and that's why you will be able to get more money and be successful. Most people shop on price and convenience. And I will say most people will shop on convenience and I don't agree with the shopping on price, because, with Christmas lights, take for instance, we raised our prices in Cincinnati from $6 to $8. And you know how many people we lost on that? Not many at all. Our close rate didn't really move one way or the other. So you know what? It isn't about price always. If my husband, if I'm a wife and my husband ain't out there doing what I want them to do, they're going to pay for it. They don't care. As long as it gets done, they get that clean house, and that's what they want. And they get butthurt when they have to call to fix the $99 guy. And here's the other thing about that. Let's see, I thought I put that question up there. And Mike G says, so this is why in my email series of my declined, I put in there, I hope you have it all, that they did a great job, da-da-da-da-da. If you need us for anything forward, let us know. If they messed up anything, let us know also. Because guess what? If they screw up something, that's why we do that for. We make sure that we do that so that way if they mess it up. Because guess what? The $99 guy probably is going to hit all the green and leave the rest. And this is a great thing, Michael, what you said. Customers don't want to always pay $99 because if that was the case, there wouldn't be no Mercedes. There wouldn't be no, high-end freaking cars. All we would be in is the Yugos back in the day would be a Yugo because that is kind of one of those things that is exactly right there what Michael said on the price. All right. Hey, Jason, what up? This is good right here, too. Business and making a living are two different things. And that is completely 100% true. People think that, here's the thing. People will say, well, you made, and I know it. And, this is why I tell people to read Profit First. It's Profit First by Mike Kalinzinski or something like that. And he kind of goes over this a whole lot of, making a living and being in a good business and make sure you are doing everything you need to do. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jason, can't wait to hang out with in February. We will be having the link should be coming up. I will put a link out. I'm probably going to do a live with some of the guys that are going to be teaching and what they're teaching down there. So that way people will know what it is. And so, I'll be doing lives with them and that way and if you have questions and that way you will be able to do it. I agree, but people price shop. Here's the thing about that. When you think people price shop, what is the number one thing that I always tell people need to do? What is that number one thing? Answer your phone. Because I'm going to give you an instance of price. Because you know what? I don't like paying the highest price. I like shopping around. I understand business. I understand the whole thing. And you know what? I try to save money when I can. But I'm going to tell you a little story about that. So I have underneath this here, I have a cistern. And I put a wall into the cistern. And I need a garage door put in down there. And on this garage door, I've been waiting for the cheaper guy. And guess how long I've been waiting for him? I've been waiting for him for 2 months now. So he gave me a price of $1,000 to put this garage door in and the whole 9 yards. The other guy that answers his phone on every time I call him, he has given me a price of almost $1,700. So I'm still 2 months waiting on that $1,000 garage door. When if I'd have paid the $1,600, it would have been put in. It would have been put in, and the wife would have been happy, and I would have been happier because the wife was happy. So, just because you get the $99 guy, don't mean that that's always the best deal. Because like I say, I've been waiting on this stupid garage door for 2 freaking months and nothing. So guess where I will be going? I'll be paying the $1,600 so that I can get it. Is there any industrial standard per square foot for house washing? Not really. You can, in the South, in Florida, that area, you're probably going to be a little bit cheaper. But there's people down there charge premium pricing too. It's like anywhere else. let's see. How do you prevent striping when surface cleaning? It is when you're slow down is probably your best thing. Make sure that your machine is right for your surface cleaner, and also make sure you have good tips, and make sure your tips are right for the machine also. Go slow and pre-treat. Oh, you're talking about so there's a lot of people already talking about. Hey, Mitch Wood, journey of the entrepreneur. We can't wait for Atlanta. So this guy right here, you need to go subscribe to Mr. Bobby. He is going to be one of the teachers down there in the classes that we're teaching. He didn't start very long ago. I think he's only been in business like 2 years and is killing it, dude. Absolutely killing it. So go watch some of his videos. He talks a lot about sales and marketing and that side. He's more on the sales side of things and all that kind of stuff. So go down there and find that out. Mr. Dory from Israel. So I got people all across the world watching me, and that is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yep. Jason, I have some brown spots on gray roof after I washed it. Should I reapply mix, or will it fall off by itself? I was probably going to say you're probably going to need to hit it again if it's only brown. It may go all right, but if it's brown, I would probably check it. So we can keep up with, let's see, Trump 2020. I'm not going to get on that spiel. Do you charge hourly or per square foot? This is a good question because this is a quoting question, and we charge pretty much by the square foot. But that being said, we kind of clump them into a category. So, for instance, anything, say for we do our packages, and so anything that is 2,000 square feet and less is this price. Anything between 2,500 and 2,000 is this price. Anything between 2,500 and 3,000 is this price. Anything above 3,000, usually we're going to look at it and see what we need to do to price it out and do it. So technically, we are charging by the square foot, but we're not charging like 10 cents per square foot per se. So our minimum is $300, $299. So a 2,000 square foot house and less is $299, and then we will add on as we move up. Mitch Wood, I do drugs. I'm not saying nothing bad with them. Drugs are good. I'm just saying that. Listen, YouTube, Dr. Berg, just do it. Mr. Mitch said he lost 30 pounds. That's good. I would love to lose about 30 to 50 pounds. Let me hold your wallet and you'll lose some weight. Treasure, let's see. I just got back in the gym yesterday from Life of Mr. Bobby Walker. I'm listening while cleaning some floor foam. So this is a great thing right here, like Bobby's saying right here. So people always ask me, I always wear earbuds. It's a great thing to do. And you can listen to podcasts. You can listen to YouTube. You can listen to anything. And so I listen to a lot of podcasts, especially while I'm driving and while I'm cleaning, because you know what? The best thing I can do is gain knowledge. And if I'm gaining knowledge, then that means, and I can take that knowledge, then I can do a whole lot with that knowledge. And that is a great thing. You may disagree that price isn't a big factor, but the rest of the world agrees price is a major factor. And price ain't always everything. People think it is, and you know who these people think that's a lot of that is your $99 guys, because they think if we keep lowering our prices, then we'll get the business. Well, guess what? You're not going to get business if you don't have money to make marketing. And to make marketing, you have to do marketing spend money to make more money. Our services are located as a commodity. Our service is actually looked as time management. And you say, well, what do you mean? Because if I looked at our service and sold it as a service, people would never buy from me. But if I can sell it as I am saving my customer time so that he can go be with his soccer game, so that he don't have to be home. Here's the deal with it. How many people used to mow yards back in the day, 10, 15 years ago? I would say probably 90% of the country did. How many people mow grass now? I would say not quite as, I'd say probably about 50% people mow their grass. Because why is that? So now I can go to my soccer's game versus mowing grass. Maybe I can, okay, so I have a large yard. I pay $100 a week to mow my grass. What if I sent out 3 emails in that hour that they're mowing that, and I make $1,000 off of that? Now, is it worth for me to go out there and spend 2 hours mowing my grass? Or is it better for me to sit in here and do this live for an hour, and I might make $3,000, $10,000. There are people make $100,000 sitting here doing what I'm doing right now. So, is it better for me to go out there and mow that grass, or is it better for me to go out there and pay $300 to have my house washed, or spend all day to do my house wash? And then when I do my house wash by myself, then I'm all crippled over because I'm not used to working manual labor. So, our service is looking about saving time. It's about time management. And that's what we need to sell it as. Ma'am, I can, we're going to save you time. It's about time. Is there a certain contract for commercial work for payment, 30, 60 days, 90 days, and how frequently they like the service? Should we be doing the ones providing so we would put in our contract that we want it to be paid net 15 days. Now, did that mean we would get paid net 15 days? No. Could we threaten it a little bit? A little bit. Was there people that would pay us net 15? Absolutely. Was there people that wouldn't pay it? Absolutely. So we would try to start out at 15 days so that way we could get paid, so that way, because here's the deal. There ain't nothing worse than having $50,000, $75,000 in AR in accounts receivable, money owed to us. There was one month that I had $75,000 owed to me, and I'm still having to pay my employees. I'm still having to do everything. I'm still having to buy bleach. I'm still having to keep my trucks running, and I'm owed $75,000. That's a tough day right there. So that is something that you do have to look at right there. Don't knock the Yugo. That was my first car. You need a picture of it, Power Wash, Missouri. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom a little bit. Good morning, Jason. Thank you so much for the videos, and I've learned a lot. Happy New Year to you. Roof washing, it's still brown, it will come down. If it's about black, you will need to go back. I do like that. Usually if it's brown, that usually means it's dead, and that is pretty good there. Central Florida, all here pressure washing. I watch all your videos. In the time without your guidance, I wouldn't be made it as far. This is awesome, Tim, or Mr. Lopez. I think that, I really do appreciate all the people that comment that I do help them out, because that makes it worth my time. That is what, money will never make you happy. It don't matter how much money will make life easy, but money will never make you happy. And this is the reason why I like doing what I do, is to help people be successful and to change their life. And, that is why I do what I do. I mean, that it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you something different. This is why I do what I do, is to make you successful. I give you tips and tricks to be able to do stuff quick and the whole 9 yards. You know, I teach a lot about marketing. I teach a lot about equipment. I've been teaching. I am going to build another trailer so that way I can do step by step. I am going to do the 8 gallon a minute. I actually went and bought the Predator engine, and I'm going to do the setup, build your own 8 gallon a minute for under $2,000. I think it's actually less than that. I think you can do it at $1,700. But that is something that you can do and that we can do to make it do that. Hi, Jason. Happy New Year's to you. Does it mean that you have to soft wash the house on the sides as well? You can use soft washing for whether you are going to do it with a pressure washer and use low pressure and a downstream injector and an X-Jet, or you can do it with a soft wash system. That is correct. We do not want to use high pressure to clean the sides of the house. If we use high pressure, it will damage the house. We will take paint off, we'll blow siding off, we will blow oxidation off, and the oxidation is when we wipe that siding and we get that gray chalky feeling looking stuff on our fingers, and we do not want to remove that. We want to keep it separate. There's products that we can use to remove it all, but if we use just pressure, you will see marks all over that house. You are exactly right on point. What statement? People don't have, let's see what Mike say here, the time to do things like this. People want to spend their time with family. I do this to get away from my it is sometimes. I love pressure washing. I mean, there's no better feeling out there, and you see this nasty, green, dirty, ugly house that you don't ever think that would come clean. You take that soap and you lay that soap on there, and it's just like magic, just going. Happy New Year's to you, Mr. Third Coast. Yep, hit the like button. Is opening a pressure washing, car detail, and window cleaning business all under one umbrella too much? That's a lot. I would probably try to keep a name. You know, we use ProServe Group. It was my big business name, or my, internal business. And then I would do business as pressurewashhelp.com. I do business as christmaslightshelp.com. All my money went back to my pressure washing or ProServe Group business, but it was, each individual thing doing business as that. And honestly, I would, unless you have a lot of employees and stuff, I would focus on one thing. You got 3 different businesses basically there: pressure washing, car detailing, and window cleaning. That's basic. You could probably do pressure washing and window cleaning, but the car detailing is another whole thing. Now, car detailing is a good thing to do for the wintertime and make that. Money makes me happy. The job is just a bonus. Yeah, that is true. It definitely satisfies the OCD. It does. I mean, like I say, it's like the magic eraser. You just spray it up there and bam, it's gone. Hi, Mr. Eric Scott. Hi, Jason. Do you use a reclaim system when cleaning residential driveways when you are close to a storm gutter? I do not. And here's the deal with that. As long as you do not let, as long as you do not let chemical go down the drain, you are all right. Now, that being said, I know sometimes we do use chemical, so then you may need to deter it. Now, I was actually talking with a scientist, and he I've talked to him about it before, and he actually was telling me about this it is okay, when it is okay to, as long as it ain't getting into the mainstream is the biggest key thing with it. I was also talking to I have a very good friend that is he owns a car wash business, and his son is actually in the EPA. He's actually high up in the EPA in Kentucky, and as long as there is no chemical runoff into the drain, they don't really have no way of getting it. Now, if you're putting a lot of chemical down in that drain, then that's a different story. For me, wanting to get into the pressure washing business, that's the best affordable tools I can start with. What's the best affordable tools? I would at least start with a 4 gallon a minute machine. That is your best option. You do not want to go lower than 4 gallon a minute. You get lower than 4 gallon a minute, you're going to take you forever to do house washing. And I know 4 gallon a minute, you're going to spend probably $1,000 to $1,200 just for that machine. But in the end, you can make that up pretty quickly. Jason, I want to thank you for your help. You are for real. You help me when I need to start marketing at the beginning of the year. Absolutely, I will. I will have some different packages coming up. I'm actually talking to a website guy on Monday. I'm going to talk to him about how to do websites. So if he can help me out building websites. So if that's the case, I'll start building websites. I will do everything with pressure washing. Again, if you go to Christmas lights, pressurewashhelp.christmas, you can get into my membership, and in my membership I talk all about this stuff. I go over in my marketing stuff, my Google ads right here. This is probably a lot of gold right here. I walk you through step by step of how to do everything you need to do and to get everything you need. I uploaded my my negative keywords. All my negative keywords are in here, and there's a whole list right here of my negative keywords that I use. So that way this is probably worth a whole lot of money, this negative keyword list right here, just because it is a great way to do it. But yes, that is at pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas. This is going away tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, it will be no more. There's going to be 2 conventions at the same time in February, and you both bring great people like you and Bobby Walker. Help us decide. Definitely ours are going to be the better one. Is ours going to be the cheaper one? No, but I know a couple of the people in the other one, they're both going to be great. No, I'm not going to lie. There is 2 conferences going on, but definitely Bobby Walker is, he's a great speaker. Great, he does bring Aaron from Mean and Lean. He's got great sales experience. He teaches awesome sales and that kind of thing. Cody and I will be teaching some pressure washing stuff. I've actually been thinking about, I'm going to do a video about my story, basically how I was homeschooled, how I went from homeschooling to run $1 million business, and I'm going to do my whole story, and that way we can, and it'll probably be a 20-30 minute long video, and I'm going to add a lot of different things in there. I'm going to put pictures in it, and how I built my first rig, and how I started my business, and I'm going to go through the whole thing from being homeschooled for 10 years all the way to going to college to making it all the way up through and running $1 million business. And so that is something that I've just decided I've been thinking about it, and so I'm going to start working on putting that together. I don't know how long it'll take me to put together, because I'm going to try to go find some pictures. I was in some competitions and stuff like that, and everything that got me to where I am now. I couldn't imagine $50,000 being average for a full-time business. No, that is true. So I looked up the average yearly revenue of pressure washing business, and Google is saying $30,000 to $50,000. From your personal experience, do you find this to be true? I'm 100% with Bobby. You're going to make way more than $30,000 to $50,000. If you can grow your business and be smart, learn from smart people, take smart courses. Reason why what makes people successful, and I even know why. I met Bobby last year in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. He flew all the way from the beautiful, warm, sunny beaches in Florida all the way up to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where there was like a foot of snow, sucky weather, and to learn how to grow your business, because you have to learn to grow business. People think that if you think you know everything about business, you are wrong. You will fail and you are wrong, because things change, especially in marketing. Marketing changes every day. It just changes and things get better. Google does its thing and everything like that. Would definitely watch your story. Would I be able to start pressure washing without a business company, or do I need to register a business before starting? I would, just so that you're a legal business and it keeps it all from your personal, definitely start an LLC. Again, I go through that in my course, pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas. I go through everything there is about that. In that way, you can make sure that you are being, so that way if something happens, you're good. John Lang is who popped up on my feed that gave me the idea to do this. He have to give credit for me getting hooked into the industry. Been hooked ever since. That's awesome. Who can guarantee their course that will hit $100,000 for students? No hype. It's all hype. It's all hype. And it's all about the person that is going to, if you're going to take action, that's what it's all about. You got to take action. If you don't take action, it don't matter what you learn. It doesn't matter anything what you learn. If you don't go and take action on it, if you don't learn and do, you will never be successful. If you think that it's just going to be given to you, you will never be successful. Michael Williams, 19 years pressure washing and still learning. I'm still learning. The whole fangle-dangled with the proportioner came out. Did I go with it? No. Has there been problems with it? Yes, but it's a new way of cleaning. Guess what? When it came out, it was that whole thing. Happy New Year. Basically, house has soft wash, not with high pressure. Yeah. Learn something new every day. And I love this, Mike, and I'm probably going to go out on this right here. Learn something new every day. I listen to podcasts, listen to me, listen to Bobby, listen to Cody, listen, and don't just get pigeonholed into people in the pressure washing business. Go out there and find people in marketing. I listened to this was a great, if you want to listen to a great thing about social media marketing, social media marketing podcast. Go listen to that. It's not just all about social media. He talks all about everything, about different things, and he brings different people in, and that is probably one of the best podcasts that I listen to, because go listen to Pat Flynn. Pat Flynn is another great guy with Smart Passive Income. Smart Passive Income. Is it our business? No, but can you learn marketing tricks and tips and everything about it? Absolutely, 100%. You can go learn everything from these other people that will come in here and let you learn different things. And that is the power of listening and learning and becoming successful. And you know what? We do have to do things trial and error. I didn't just do AdWords and they just blew up, and I spent thousands of dollars on that negative keyword list. That negative keyword list of over 500 negative keywords. That means I paid clicks for 500 negative keywords. That cost me a lot of money. But you know what? That also made me a lot of money by being successful. I see some more stuff popping up here. Sorry, getting off my soapbox there. What type of prep work do you suggest for slow winter? Well, first off, you need to get all your equipment ready for March. Make sure it's all up and running. Make sure it's all in good working condition, because the last thing you want to do is do that. Next thing is I would work on marketing. This is a great time to work on your website. This is a great time to work on your Google My Business. This is a great time to right now is a great planning time. See what I need to plan for my 2020 and what are my goals. Set your goals, write them down, tell somebody. That way they will hold you accountable. Accountability is a lot of it. Again, if you don't have accountability, then you're probably not going to be successful again. I am making money with my power washing business, but my company is not growing. I don't know what to do. Try different types of marketing. Again, don't get pigeonholed into, well, I can only do Facebook, I can only do AdWords, or I can only do signs, or I can only do EDDM. Each one of those roads are different avenues. Or the other thing is well, I tried that once. Well, guess what? If you send out one EDDM, you didn't try crap. You spent money, yes, you did, but that is not something that is actually going to make you grow. EDDM is one of those things you got to send that customer 3 different times. And so it's all about, so that's 3 different months. So you might not see that till 3 months later. So this is something that you just got to try different things, And again, it's wintertime, so we're going to do more stuff into the winter and try to get that done. I'm getting hip surgery replacement in January 6th. Sorry to hear about that. That sucks. I am going to do everything to be there with you guys. What rig is better? A pickup truck or a transit van or a Ram van? If I'm saying if you got hip issues and that kind of stuff, you are probably going to want something with like a pickup truck or something, so that way you don't have to go crawling in and all that kind of thing. A flatbed, it's all right there. You're not having to bend over. You're not having to, in the van that I have built, you're all kind of leaned over, getting in the back, and you're twisting all kinds of stupid stuff and all that. How do you land commercial jobs as a one-man stand with 1 4-gallon-a-minute pressure washer? Same way that I did as with an 8-gallon-a-minute. Is it going to take you longer? Yes, it is. But we clean them too with that. That way, if you get enough commercial, you can grow it and be successful. How we did it, or how I did it, was through Google. Not really through Google Ads. I did it through email marketing. We got a list of commercial properties, and we emailed them once a month, once a quarter, and just give them hints. You got to remember, these property managers and these business owners are busy, and they don't want you to be, wasting their time. So if they ask for a quote, get it back quick, and that way it's still on their mind, and hammer it out. Jason, I'm still part-time, debt-free 2020. Putting every dime back into the company to grow. That's good. That's good. I'm out. Hey, thanks, Mike. I will be starting pressure washing more this coming year. I went over yesterday and passed some cards to people. Said they will call in the spring. Going to get a 5.5 gallon. I got a 4-gallon minute machine now. Hey, that 4-gallon machine just make this much as that 5.5 gallon. It might take you a little bit longer, but put money into marketing. I always tell people, if you got it, put it into marketing. Marketing is what will grow your business. New machines will not grow your business. If you got a $25,000 rig and all this crap, it ain't gonna make you money. It ain't gonna make you grow, not one bit. Doing the actual work is one thing. Running a business is what I strive to learn. If you can do the work and can't market to get jobs, you can't make money. That's exactly what I've been preaching here, bud. It's Steve. You're exactly right. And that's what I always tell people: get off the truck. And people are like, "What's the hardest thing to do?" Is get off the truck. If you want to take your business to the next level, you as a business owner have to get off the truck. And that's if you're wanting to go. Now, just because you get off the truck and is that going to make you more money? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, that's one of those things that, getting off the truck, I really got off the truck, and it's not like I made this big money, more money. It's just I got off the truck. Do you ever add window cleaning into your extras? Exterior window cleaning, absolutely, Michael. That is a great upsell, is exterior. Interior, I've never had. They add, ever since I sold the business, they added exterior window cleaning. You know what their number one callback is? Window cleaning. What's the best chem to use to clean a metal building? If you join my membership, I got a video in there. If you want to go hunting and digging, I have a video in my YouTube thing. But it's sodium hypochlorite. We downstreamed it and do it that way. Again, guys, I didn't mean to make this video go so long. I'm right at an hour. I was planning only like 30. I didn't think I'd have almost 50 people on here watching. So Again, you can go to pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas. If this is after Christmas, there will be, are there any instructional videos out there? What do you mean, Robert? Yeah, in my membership, pressurewashhelp.com. It's $2.99. That'll get you the whole year. So even if when I'm adding more stuff into it, I'm going to do a whole build out rig, which will be into this whole membership side of things. I will pepper some of it out into the into my YouTube channel, but most of that it will be in this here, because I'm going to actually show you how to build an 8-gallon a minute rig for. I'm going to show you how to build an 8-gallon a minute rig, so that way you can do that. What's some advice you wish someone told you when you were starting out? You are going to screw up. You're going to be failures. It's just part of it, dude. You learn from your failures and move up. You know, when you see all them memes of showing an entrepreneur doing this right here, it's true. You have ups, you have downs, you have wins, you have losses. It's learning that, you know, it's learning to have more wins than losses. But guess what? You know when you really learn is from your losses. When you fail, and you're not a failure unless you quit. If you quit, then you're a failure. If you make a mistake and you learn from it, it's not a failure. It's just how you learn. You know, I learned a lot of things by doing stupid things. You do stupid things, you win stupid prizes. So, you know, sometimes you don't know that what a stupid thing is. So when you do it and you learn it, that's the best way to do that. Is the market going towards soft washing with chemicals, since heavy pressure washing damages a lot of surface? 100%, Connor. You shouldn't be using pressure at all. But again, check out pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas, especially if it's before 1/1/20. It is $2.99. It will get you the whole year, and I will add stuff through the whole year. I've had several people join, so that is awesome. I can't wait for 2020. 2020 is going to be a great year. It's going to be a year of growth, I believe, and it's going to be just a great year. I believe that if you're in the pressure washing business, you will be, and you know how to get business and how to make money. I believe you will be able to blow it up in 2020. I really do honestly believe it in that. There is more jobs out there and not enough people to work. And so what that means is yes, you may have to do some of the hard work, because yes, it's going to be hard to find employees and that kind of stuff. But I do believe that you will be able to blow it up in 2020. 2020 is going to be an amazing year, and I hope it's going to be an amazing year for you too. I hope you go out there, be successful, and change your life. I'll see you in a couple days when I'm back here live. Take it easy. Have a great year. Don't do nothing stupid to start out 2020. Don't go get drunk and drive tonight. Don't do that. 100%. Be safe tonight. Tonight can get crazy. I'm glad I'm not working at the firehouse tonight, because I hate working New Year's Eve at the firehouse. So be careful, be safe. Don't do nothing stupid.